Quack, quack, Jack.
But here we go. The championship matches continue here as Rob Killjoy makes his way to the ring, the ugly duckling himself. But he's going to take on probably the biggest fan favorite in all of CEW. He just happens to be the Chaos Champion, that being Michael Walker, a.k.a. the Flying Fro.
The Flying Fro versus the Mad Mallard. Who's going to come out on top?
Nice.
I can't wait to find out.
Mad Mallard, all right.
Rob Killjoy trying to gain a following here and some crowd participation.
You know, we talked about this before the show. When this match was announced, I was curious to see how this crowd would react because the Flying Fro, Michael Walker, as I mentioned, one of the biggest, most over guys on the roster.
Fan favorite.
Absolutely. Now, when you look at somebody like the Ugly Duckling, Rob Killjoy, same kind of thing. He's got a fan following anywhere he goes. So how's this crowd going to react in this matchup? That's what I want to know.
I think here in the Low Country, they are very loyal to one Michael Walker.
But you hear the quacks, though. The quack attack is back, Jack.
The quack will stop.
I'm surprised they haven't pulled out their guns to try to shoot him and cook him for dinner.
Well, here we go. Listen to this place. The roof is barely hanging on from what happened earlier, but it's not going to stay on long.
That's why right there.
Listen to that reaction, Benefield. You said the quacks, the quacks, the quacks. Well, this is the Fro, the Fro, the Fro.
Hashtag Fro is the future. Living it before our eyes, the champion. The Chaos Champion.
Look, I'll just be completely honest here. I'm doing a little experiment of my own here on the TikTok, and somebody has predicted that Bird Mask gets knocked out first punch. What do you guys think with that?
Bird Mask.
Bird Mask.
So we got Mad Mallard.
Mad Mallard.
Bird Mask, a.k.a. the Ugly Duckling, Rob Killjoy.
I think Bird Mask is going to be out of the match before it even starts.
Well, we will find out soon enough.
Now, Rob Killjoy, he's going to be in the whole match for the whole thing.
The Flying Fro, the crowd going wild here in Savannah, Georgia for the Chaos Champion.
Everybody loves Fro. Michael Walker, I like to call him Michael Flyer.
Well, that one landed flat, just like one of these guys are going to end at the end of this match.
Oh, me, yes. Yes, indeed. Flat on the back. That's how I do it.
Time limit, and it's for the Coastal Chaos Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at an undisclosed number of rubber duckies. From Ponds Unknown, he represents the Ugly Ducklings, Rob Killjoy!
Boy, they turned on him real quick there, Bryce. Real quick.
I told you. Look, they are loyal
wait.
to...
He's got a few.
Yeah, because Fro is encouraging him.
Okay. What a guy. What a champ.
Standing at 6'2" with the Fro. 5'11" without the Fro.
3-inch Fro.
Weighing in at 165 pounds from Lyons, Georgia. He is your Coastal Chaos Champion, the Flying Fro.
You gotta love him. You gotta love him because he gives his all.
It is
110%.
Deafening in here. This crowd reaction for the Flying Fro, Michael Walker. What a title match this is about to be. Ooh, Diana just got the sweaty duck mask on her face. Ugh.
Well,
I told you
Not
to be
the-
out of the
never
ring
mind.
before it started.
never mind. I'll leave that to rest.
Oh, they got, look at that belt. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
The Coastal Chaos Championship. Our official Luz Santiago.
You almost got me canceled, Benefield.
Whoa. I didn't do anything.
Hey, now we're going to keep it family friendly. What's your favorite type of pie? I like cherry. Back to the match.
Here we go. There's the bell from Luz Santiago. The Flying Fro, Michael Walker, defending against the Ugly Duckling, Rob Killjoy. It's the Fro versus the Quack.
There's some froze and quacks going on in the audience right now. Oh,
Frozen quacks. No, that's in the
some
grocery store.
saliva being exchanged between the two.
With the handshake there. Good sportsmanship shown by both competitors here thus far. Collar and elbow tie up. And now Rob Killjoy working on that left arm of the Flying Fro.
Or wing, as he would prefer.
There you go.
Oh, there he goes.
You know, if Killjoy actually joined Donald Jakes in his ministry, he could be a winged angel.
Indeed, he could.
I just don't see Rob Killjoy ever doing that.
He's way smarter than that. Ducks are way smarter than the ministry, from
There
what
you
I've
go,
heard.
yeah.
Only if he goes quackers.
That
Fireman's
fireman's carry takeover.
Here we go
Jinx,
again.
all right.
Do you want it? Do
No,
you
go
want the
ahead.
wrestler?
Look at this. Go ahead. What's going on here, Bryce?
He's taunting the crowd. Oh, he's tickling
He's
it.
tickling him.
Quit calling my moves.
You guys got to start doing rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to talk, okay?
I'll let you do the play-by-play, Benefield.
You go ahead.
He's out. He's out. You got to take it in now, Bryce.
Wrist control from Fro here. Do ducks have wrists?
Well, you said wings earlier, so
Is that the anatomy of the
I don't know, but
drop
look at that.
toe hold.
Nicely done there from
Shoot in
Killjoy.
half.
Now into the rear chin lock here
There we
from
go. He
Rob
took his spot
Killjoy.
back.
I'm back, boys.
Welcome back, B-Dubs. We missed you.
And let's talk about Rob Killjoy, the veteran.
Yep.
The veteran-like instincts. Anybody who's in the ring with Rob Killjoy automatically, I feel like, becomes a better wrestler. Would you agree?
Well, I mean, Fro's got a unique advantage here. He is wrestling a veteran in a VFW. And
played.
He's looking very great at this point. You know, matching him move for move, reversal for reversal, doing what they like to call the chain wrestling.
Standing switch, standing switch, standing
I'm
switch.
getting dizzy. They're
standing
spinning more
switch.
than 100 James earlier tonight.
Somebody
goodness.
bring in a chainsaw. That's what I want to see. What?
Lateral press, quick one count. Sweep of the leg,
What?
lateral
No.
press, quick one count.
Hey.
A little bit of possible additional mutual respect here after the handshake.
You know, I was talking to Michael Walker before this match, before the show happened today, and he was expressing how, you know, these guys were in a triple threat a few months back and how Killjoy stood out in that match. All three men gave each other respects. Hakeem Young, Flying Fro, Rob Killjoy, all in that triple threat, and they all stood up to each other. And what I mean by that is they proved themselves here in Coastal Empire. Fro was able to keep up with a veteran like you were mentioning with Rob Killjoy. Hakeem was able to keep up with both men. Fro is our Coastal Chaos champion for a reason.
And that's precisely why they're here at Coastal, because we have the best of the best. And you're seeing two of them right now inside of the ring fighting for one of the best championships in professional wrestling. And that is
now.
the Chaos title.
Where the best wrestle, I think, is a trademark, so careful.
Well, I tell you what, nice side headlock takeover there from Killjoy into the head scissors.
Oh!
Another
How
exchange
did a
here.
duck get scissors?
Another head scissors there. Side headlock takeover. Another head scissors from the Flying Fro.
Oh, look at that.
Both
Look
men
at the
coming.
intensity
This
on
match
Fro's
might
face.
as well be sponsored by the Acclaim with all the scissoring going on.
Wow, Waweewa. Fro, don't let him get in your head. The
Fro getting a
belt
little
is yours.
frustrated.
Maestro, we've talked about this before. I
He's
think
getting frustrated.
the
What
very
about me?
first time I was here,
Did
you
we talk?
weren't here this time. Well, first time I was here, I think it was about 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
when Fro won this title.
Absolutely.
And it was one of the greatest nights in CEW history, if you ask me. The crowd was going absolutely berserk. But since that time, we've seen quite a title reign with this young man, the Flying Fro.
Absolutely, he is a fighting champion. He grows a better combatant every match he has. That's why he's the future.
Oh! Low drop kick there from Rob Killjoy. Enough messing around, says the Ugly Duckling.
Hitting harder than a Hatebreed riff.
The Fro chants echoing throughout the VFW hall here. As
Which
both
is
men
crazy
back
because
up.
about
Uh-oh.
35% of this audience is hairless.
He's got him up there. Wait a
I
minute,
thought he
quick
was going
reversal.
for a ducky flip there.
He might.
Oh,
He catches a kick there from the flow. The Fro.
Hurricane Rana from the second. Drop kick from the floor.
Flying
Killjoy
Fro.
getting out of there.
that's right. He is the Flying Fro. Look at that face.
Killjoy, or excuse me, Flying Fro taking a page out of the Savannah Bananas and sending it out of the park with Killjoy right now.
Killjoy going to take some time on the outside, kind of collect his thoughts here, catch his breath. Check his teeth.
Killjoy, well,
he was making sure, he was making sure.
Making sure he had all three that he had left there.
Well, there you go.
You know what I love about Fro's tights?
What do you love about Fro's tights?
The side of his tights look like each half of the Metallica logo. I think that's awesome.
Well,
You think that's intentional?
no comment.
I hope so. They put out some great albums.
Both men back in the ring now.
See, look at it.
I don't know what album you're talking about. To be
No, the logo, which is on all the albums. Anyway, back to the match.
Back to square one here. Killjoy going to pick the ankle, takes down Fro. Fro back up. Now going to send Killjoy over with that arm drag. Another arm drag from the Flying Fro. Series of arm drags from Michael Walker. Now has Killjoy grounded.
And the shin on the kidneys, I do believe.
You're right. I believe it too. I'm looking right at it.
I think the shins are on the leg, but
True, but they were currently planted into the kidneys of the other man.
Fro's shin were on the kidney.
Indeed. There you go. You made it.
Now wait a
You did it.
second. While you guys were talking about shins and kidneys, Killjoy's been grabbing the hair.
When has he ever gone to under?
Yeah,
what is going on?
We usually don't see Killjoy with the underhanded tactics, but
That's
here
it,
tonight.
underhanded.
That was the overhanded. It was on his head.
I was trying to think of a wing reference, but couldn't get there.
Look out. Roll through. Killjoy back up.
Sunset
Perhaps
flip turned
looking for
into a stormy night.
Perhaps
Yeah,
looking for the
elbow
power.
his face, elbow his eyebrow.
Looking for the power bomb bay, but
Oh no!
can't get it
He's
out.
a little wobbly up there.
on the shoulders goes Flying Fro and face first into the top turnbuckle.
Oh, and he's got it back up.
Crosses
Wow!
over into a
Huge
release
move.
German.
Holy Martha, Mother of the Earth, that was something. One,
And it's a dare to crown a new champion, but
These
just a
two
2
men
count.
putting everything out there. Killjoy showing that the Coastal Chaos Champions, the championship has some form of prestige in professional wrestling. Killjoy is giving it his all right now. Flying Fro giving it his all to retain that championship. I mean, at this point, I was on the fence of Michael Walker, but Killjoy's kind of giving me that edge right now, and I'm leaning more towards him.
Absolutely. This could be any competitor's match right now. Both of these men giving it their all. And a big chop there. Duck chop.
that's right. Chopped duck. That's one of my
Chopped
favorite
duck.
foods at a Chinese restaurant.
Duck, duck, chop.
There you go.
Oh!
And now face first into the canvas goes Michael Walker. Uh-oh. You sick duck chant from this crowd
It's
here.
family friendly, and they understand that.
No, their phone has turned on autocorrect. That's what it is.
That's what's going on.
Oh,
Now
elbow
there's-
right to the shoulder.
Their AI kicked in, huh?
Absolutely.
And
It's the
now,
safe version.
just trying to cut off the air supply of the Flying Fro is Rob Killjoy.
Really squeezing in on that windpipe.
But the Fro stomping his feet, trying to keep his limbs moving, trying to get his crowd behind him, and they are firmly behind the Fro right now.
What a great crowd we have here at Coastal Empire Wrestling. Really deep into this match. I mean, honestly, behind both competitors. I mean, they booed Rob Killjoy, but after seeing his athleticism, his drive, I think the fans have gained a respect.
Up and over to the outside, but a right hand from the Fro to Killjoy, but Killjoy answers right back
Clean
with a
open
huge
hand.
shot. Yeah, absolutely.
To your point, Price, absolutely they are,
Forearm.
because both of these men are outstanding combatants. They are martial masters, and that's why the belt is on the line.
Repeated forearms there from the Flying Fro. Killjoy down on the outside on the ring apron. The Fro maybe gonna bring him back in the
wait.
hard way, but look.
He hooked the rope.
Yeah, Killjoy saw it coming.
Lookity hook.
He hooked the rope, can't get him back in, and now, face first.
Those webbed feet have advantages that we don't.
How about that, springing off the bottom rope for that drop kick to crown a new champion? Will it be enough? Again, just a
It
2
was
count.
not. This crowd really, torn. I'm actually pretty shocked.
To your point earlier, Bryce,
Yep.
at this point, either man's match.
Points made.
Listen to this crowd. This is unbelievable.
They're still behind the Fro.
You
though.
said it earlier, man. Another great crowd. Every month we get great crowds here in Savannah, and tonight is no
going
different.
around the
Uh-oh. Duck. backbreaker.
Around the world backbreaker, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, another lateral press here from Rob Killjoy.
Backbreaker, huh?
There he is. Welcome to
You
work.
think Killjoy prefers ponds or lakes?
Ponds.
Yes, puns.
He's from Ponds Unknown.
That's unknown.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, well,
There you go.
you killed my joke, Benefield.
Well,
Thanks, but
Well, she said it
I
earlier.
just witnessed a
during the
murder.
intro.
Speaking of murder, he just
Look,
kicked his back
look,
across state lines.
I will put this out here on the YouTube, on the internet. That is the one move in wrestling I hate, a back kick. I mean, it just sends a shock down your spine, through your legs, through your neck. It gives you a flash of just light. That is the one move that would take me out. I think I would tap out.
That's why it's great, because it does all of those things which cause you pain, and that's how you win a match.
And now you add this insult to injury as you pull back on the arms. But look at the strength.
Look at his face.
The
Look at
strength.
his face on Fro.
Yeah, the strength of Michael Walker muscling his way back up. Uh-oh, pin attempt here. What a unique pin there by Rob Killjoy.
You know,
he's
Fro trying to
lifting
get
the shoulders.
Yeah, Fro getting the shoulders up. Wait a second, deep stack here.
we had talked about Chad Skywalker at the last show having, just a unique offense. Killjoy is also one of those guys that you put him in an unnecessary or unfamiliar predicament, he's going to find a unique way to get out of that.
Absolutely.
That
we
is the
talked about
strength of the veteran.
talked about
Veteran.
Killjoy. He's been around a long time. He's seen it all. He's picked up many different styles along the way.
Going for the gory little hit right here.
And he's got the Fro stretched out. It looked like he was kind of
playing with
teasing
it.
the Fro a little bit. Yeah.
It's already teased.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I know you don't have much hair, but that's what that's called.
He has very nice hair. Look how it's
Another
pointed.
pin attempt. Look at
1,
this.
2.
Brandon Benefield does have kind hair.
Thank you.
Kind of a monkey's ace.
Wow. keep it easy, you two. The fight's in the ring, not behind the table.
It could be through the table if you know what I mean.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody settle down here as this Chaos Championship match continues.
really
Some
getting me.
body shots there from the Fro, but then a back.
That was a back shot.
Yeah, clubbing blow right to the spine there from Rob Killjoy. Gonna send Fro
up and
across
over.
out to the ring apron. Shoulder shot right into the gut of Rob Killjoy. Fro makes his way back into the ring.
He got him.
Big time
He got
lariat
him.
takes out the ugly duckling.
Oh.
And another one.
Lariato. Right across the jaw. He flipped over backwards.
Inside out right there from Killjoy.
I love it.
Both men down, both men struggling, trying to get back up to their feet here. The referee implementing that 10 count.
As he should.
The
Now
fans
both
are
men
quacking.
back up to their feet.
They went from Fro to quack.
This crowd can't make up their mind here, looking for a tornado DDT, but
no,
no.
he reversed
Killjoy,
it.
too strong, catapult into the corner.
He got him. 1, 2.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Again, I thought we had a new champion.
Wow.
Backslide.
Backslide,
two.
backslide.
Quack slide.
Killjoy didn't do it. Fro did.
Well, still, I don't know. Look out. Both feet up from the Fro. Fro from the second rope.
Right into the jaw. Come on, Fro.
100% on the jaw. A marksman. Call him Duke Togo. That was Golgo 13.
And whether or not it was intentional,
Fro caught him right in the lips. Killjoy may need to go check the 3 teeth.
Got him in the bill.
And whether or not it was intentional, Killjoy able to spill to the outside, which to his credit is going to work out for him because that way Fro can't pin him right away.
You know, I was underestimating these guys when I said they were literally laying it all on the line here. They
I love it. This is a serious fight. This is for the championship. You gotta want to take the other guy down.
An incredible display we're seeing here with a huge
Right
plancha
front row.
over the top rope. Fro takes out Killjoy down to the concrete floor.
Throw in the front row.
And now Killjoy gets sent back under the bottom rope, back into the ring. Fro gonna do what he does best. I think he's gonna fly.
This is usually an unfamiliar territory for most, but for Fro it's very familiar.
Whoa!
Yes, the flight is flying throw. 1, 2. Oh, man.
Just proving my point even more, Maestro. Thank you for that assist.
Oh, I'm sweating like I ran a 5K out
Thank you,
here.
brother.
You're welcome, brother.
Benefield, you do look like Sketch now that I look at you.
With the who?
Oh, you're too old. Never mind.
Wait a minute.
What's the match?
Back to the match, gentlemen. Fro is on the money. Look at him.
An absolutely incredible match we are seeing here in front of us. This Chaos Championship
Calling his
matchup.
shot.
And Fro going to go back up top again, it looks like. But heads up, watch out for this ceiling fan.
Yeah, he might be shaved head before the end of the.
Oh, wait, look out. Rob Killjoy takes out the legs.
Oh, what is this?
And now a quick roll up by Fro. No way.
Oh, man.
Fro almost retained right there. And Killjoy trying to come up with a game
Killjoy
plan
out of
here.
nowhere.
Oh, look out.
Oh,
Quack
wait a minute.
the Ripper. Quack the Ripper. Quack the Ripper.
That could
Will
be
this
it.
do it?
New Chaos champ.
Oh,
My goodness.
they've got more back and forth than a special move on a video game.
Rob Killjoy almost
What?
put it away right there. We almost had a new Chaos champion.
Did you explain your video game reference?
Yeah, like if you're using Guile on Street Fighter. You get
Anyways,
back-
the action is crazy in the ring right now. It's way more interesting than video game talk.
Like
now
I was
Killjoy.
saying, back and forth, up and down is what's gonna be happening. Let's see who's down and out.
Ooh, my goodness, what a thud that was. Ooh.
The Fro's back is surgically repaired. I think the chest may have to be surgically repaired after those chops from Killjoy.
And now, Fro in a precarious position here as Killjoy
Is he?
got something dastardly in mind. But Fro still clubbing away with those forearms to the back. Oh, what a drop kick all the way up to the top.
Didn't get all of it, but got enough to stun the Fro.
Yeah,
Fro.
got him in the pectoral area.
He certainly did here as Killjoy trying to make his way back to his feet. Now he's going to head up to the second turnbuckle.
Well, ducks do fly.
You know, the crowd is not even sure which way this match is going to go, and I don't think I'm sure either. Oh,
None of us are.
It's going
Killjoy.
down. It's going
Watch the
down to
light.
the ground.
Killjoy is going all the way to the tippy top rope here.
Like I said, watch the light.
Very precarious position.
Superplex here at the
Unbelievable.
VFW. Killjoy looks like he's sustained just as much damage as Michael Walker.
Both
Wait.
men down, but
Maybe
Killjoy
not.
in the
This
opposite
duck has
corner
got
now.
quackers. He's going back to the top rope.
Killjoy all the way up top once again. Oh!
Webbed feet to the chest.
Hook of the leg. We're going to have a new champion. And
kicks out.
somehow, some way, Fro digging down deep.
I just literally watched the guy in the front row's mouth just drop. They could not believe that Fro kicked out of that.
He must have been reading my mind because that's exactly what I thought.
Can you read my mind?
Oh, man, Fro, you got to get up if you want to keep holding on to that belt, kid.
A fight forever chant breaking out here in the VFW.
Rob Killjoy, I don't think, likes that
Rob
chant.
Killjoy says
He's
no.
ready to end this.
He's shaking his head.
Fight for a little while is what he wants.
The quicker Killjoy can end this match, the quicker he gets to go home Chaos champion.
That's exactly his point he just made here is the
Oh, did
double
he?
underhook. Look out, no. Look at the legs. Oh, counter.
Oh, come on.
And
Man,
again,
oh,
just a
man.
2 count. Up on the shoulders of Killjoy goes the Fro. Elbows
elbow
to the jaw. Charges in, up and over. Wait a second here. Oh my goodness!
Holy
Oh
shit,
my
son!
goodness!
Lions Destroyer.
Tornado DDT!
That's the Fronado DDT, pal.
Fronado!
Is this Fro's moment? Does Fro retain right here?
Come on, kid. Get the cover.
Hook of the leg to retain!
Oh, and a kick out.
You have got to be kidding me. This crowd is in disbelief.
Look, the look on Fro's face right now, I have felt in that moment you had the match won, yet your opponent has that much in the tank to kick out, and it distraughts you. What's going through Fro's mind right now is insane. He doesn't know what it's going to take, but he's got one more move in the tank. Are we going to see him execute it to perfection and end this match, or is it going to cost him to go up that high?
He's got to be
better
careful
figure it
here.
out quick.
From the top rope.
Oh!
Wait a second, he got caught. Crucifix pin.
Kick out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and a huge kick taking out Fro.
We're gonna have a new champion.
Kick out from Fro. I am up on my bad leg right now, and it hurts so bad.
gracious.
Oh my God, Bryce, be careful, brother.
Don't worry, I'm on the good one now.
Okay, good.
The fans doing what they should and be chanting. This is awesome right now. I guarantee they'll be on their feet when it's done. This is insane.
You're on your good foot.
Hey,
What is Killjoy gonna do now? He's pulled out all the stops. I don't know what there is left to do, but he's gonna head back up top again, it looks like. And Fro hasn't moved.
Fro going up for his own top rope maneuver here, or at least thinking about going to the top.
Yeah, Killjoy here now.
I'm sorry, I'm staring at Fro, looking at Killjoy. I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm not sure if Killjoy does either, but he's going to give it one last go. What's he got in mind? Looking for the stomp again, but this time Fro playing possum, nobody home.
Oh,
Boot to the face.
Fro's up top.
Second turnbuckle goes Fro. Oh, look at the athleticism. Oh!
Didn't get all of it. Oh, God.
Went for a hurricanrana, but Fro held onto the top rope. And Killjoy crashed and burned. Here comes the Fro. He caught it that time.
1, 2, 3. Oh, my God.
What a match.
That is a career-making performance from the Flying Fro right now. This, what an exchange we just witnessed.
Wow.
What you said, a career-making performance. He is holding the belt because he is the best, and now everybody in this building knows it.
Unbelievable matchup here tonight.
Wait a second. Is that Dax?
No, Bryce.
Are you kidding me? Dax Anthony with the TKO on the Flying Fro. No! Come on!
What are you doing?
We just saw an incredible matchup, incredible title defense, and now Dax Anthony back out here attacking the Flying Fro.
What an absolute prick!
And a flatliner to rob Killjoy from Anthony. Come on, Bryce, settle down. I know you want to get in there, but you're not cleared. What is this? Anthony grabbing the Chaos title belt. And now bowing again here. You gotta be kidding me. Uh-oh, wait a second.
No, Bryce.
music is-
Don't give in.
It's Hakeem Young!
Hakeem Young with a steel chair. Hakeem Young making the save here, running off Dax Anthony with that steel chair. Things are really breaking down here at CEW Hot Pursuit. Again, the crowd firmly behind Hakeem right now, as we heard earlier tonight. Now Hakeem trying to help up the Flying Fro, Michael Walker,
Doing everything he can.
after taking that TKO from Dax Anthony.
Like I said, these guys earned their respects for each other in that triple threat match.
That's right, you're still the champ, Fro.
And now Hakeem Young gonna go
Hakeem.
help up Rob Killjoy. What the hell just happened?
No!
What the hell just...
Hakeem Young!
Hakeem, what are you doing?
Why?
After
Hakeem, what are you doing?
helping Michael Walker, and now just
Oh my
attacking
God,
him.
what is he?
Hey, what is going on
Killjoy
here?
pulling him off.
And Killjoy,
His emotions getting too into him. Oh, he just laid out Killjoy.
Somebody get out here.
this is not the Hakeem Young we've seen for the last few months. What's going on here?
Hakeem was a fan favorite.
Oh, no, he's got the steel chair. Hakeem, don't do this.
What are you doing?
No!
To the surgically repaired back of Fro.
Come on, Hakeem, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
What is going on here?
Now a shot to rob Killjoy from Hakeem Young. This is unbelievable. What is going on? No! Enough already!
Even Dax is in shock. Look at him.
You're right on the outside. Dax Anthony can't even believe what he's seeing.
This is just mind-boggling of what the hell is going on right now.
Another sick shot to the back of Killjoy.
What?
And now Fro trying to get back up to his feet.
After a career-making match that these two gentlemen just had.
No.
And Hakeem.
No, don't do this.
Oh my God.
A shot right to the face from Hakeem Young. Are you kidding me?
A chair to the face.
Hakeem Young, what are you doing?
Somebody come out here.
Yeah, we need some help out here.
What is he doing right here?
This is ridiculous. Don't do it. Don't do this. Somebody, anybody. Oh!
On the edge of that chair.
A power slam caught the edge of the chair.
On the surgically repaired back of the flying fro.
Steel to the spine.
Sickening thud. You gotta be kidding me. This crowd is in disbelief.
Hakeem looking for the championship.
Enough
Wait,
already.
Exotic Youth.
No, Exotic Youth is finally out here. Uh-oh.
The boys are here to try to put some things back in order.
And you're right, Bryce. Hakeem had his eyes firmly set on that Chaos title belt. Zach Mosley, Pepper Bottom coming out here, getting in the face of Hakeem Young.
Zach Mosley talking some sense to Hakeem, and looks like Hakeem just gloating and walking out like nothing's even fazed him.
What is going through his mind right now?
They're gonna send Hakeem out of the side door here as he makes his way out. Unbelievable turn of events here to end this Chaos Championship match. And Bryce is gonna leave the table now and go join Exotic Youth and figure out what's going on here.
Be careful, Bryce. B-Dubs, I don't like Bryce being out there.
I don't either, but he's going to check on the Fro, the Flying Fro, check on Rob Killjoy. Both guys taking brutal chair shots, but none more brutal than that shot right to the face of the Chaos Champion.
Then directly to the spine, the surgically repaired spine.
Man, oh man. What a turn of events here to end this Chaos Championship matchup. And we still got a few more matches to go here, and another big title match for the CEW Championship.
It's unbelievable the things we see, but what a metaphor for life. You can be on the very top, and in a split second, it all gets taken away.
Yeah, absolutely nobody saw this coming. First, the attack from Dax Anthony, then what we thought was a save from Hakeem Young.